it's Dr. Denise with another of my Woodland Conversations. And I wanted to talk today about regrets. It's a key for a song, really, isn't it? But I think at all ages, but I think particularly when you're at my stage of life, in my 60s, we can look back on our life and think, I wish we'd done this, and I wish we hadn't done that. I wish we had been a bit more courageous over making a decision, or we thought something through and not leapt for a new job and then realised actually we should have stayed where we were. And I think it's easy to look back on life and think, I messed up. I should have done this. I missed these opportunities. And beat yourself up. And what's the point? What's the point? We are where we are. You know that. We are where we are. But if maybe you always took the safe option, maybe now what's something that you can do that is a bit more adventurous, that is not quite as safe, that is slightly risky for you, because what we count as risk will vary between us. And I don't think we should be thinking, I wish I had, I feel like I've missed out, because we made the best decision as we could at the particular time. And it's not just externally. There's the stuff that's going on in our head, with our family, with our friends, how we're feeling about our health. There are so many things that impact on us, so many things that can make us think, you know what, let's just take the easy option, or yeah, I'll just go along with what somebody else says. And it's not just work, it's relationships. And I was talking to one of my neighbours about, he was talking about people he knows who stay in unhappy relationships, and, it's all love at first sight, and then you've got children, so you stay together for the children, and then there's all sorts of reasons. And then he was saying about somebody, and it's like, well, now they're just staying together because they don't really want to sell they both like the house and they don't want to sell the house. And I guess at some stage people can be thinking, but I'll never find someone else. But there's a quote that I came across many, many years ago. The space for what you want is taken up by what you settled for instead. And I've never forgotten that one. It's something that I probably should have as a screensaver, but it's just so clear in my head. Because sometimes we have to let go. We have to let go to have some space. We have to let go to allow something new to grow. When I think about COVID and how all my consultancy assignments just stopped and never came back, and it gave me the space to really become a woodland owner. And if you've been watching my other videos, you just know how important having a wood is to me. And maybe with you it's something else. Maybe you have a regret about you never learned to play a musical instrument, but you could start now. And maybe you realise that so much of your time is spent doing things that are no longer fulfilling, but you're fitting in with a friend, a partner, and there's really something that you'd like to do. Because none of us know how long we've got. None of us know, when the end's going to come. And I think rather than have regrets for the past, let's think about our life moving forward and what is it that we'd like to have. What is it that's going to lead to satisfying life in the years to come? When I'm recording this, I'm 10 weeks, I think, off being 68. And at one level, it's like, wow, how would I ever get so old? But thank goodness I did, because if I didn't, well, I wouldn't be here. And there's so much of life that I'm happy with. And yeah, there's some things that I'd have done differently if I was doing it again. But, one of the things with spending a lot of time with trees is that it just gives me time to reflect and to think, I'm okay. I am where I am, and I'm happy with where I am. And I have some plans for ideally how my life is going to go over the next 25 years. And, I may not reach that point, but I'm going to enjoy every day of my life I can. So I hope that gives you some thought, some inspiration. And until next time, it's Dr. Denise down for my wood with Woodland Conversation. Take care. Bye-bye.